what one guy though, we were just talking about the trade deadline last week we did a whole video about the trade deadline, and the guy that I've seen personally who has benefited majorly is a guy on the Indiana Pacers, Oshae Brissett. Now he had a huge role at the end of last year. You got to see him sit that he sat most of this year because Turner and Sabonis have been back in, but Sabonis and Turner were both out towards the end of last year. He was playing their center. He's a 6'7" guy. And now he's getting all the minutes he needs. He's a starting forward next to Halliburton, and he's looking great. I can throw some stats at you. This is like the last 5 games: 15.6 points per game, 7.6 rebounds, 1.2 blocks, 43, 35, 63 shooting splits. He's an undrafted player out of Syracuse, 23 years old, third year in the league. He's great. 6'7", versatile guy. Dude does everything.
I thought it was.
Yeah.
I mean, those are solid numbers for the short stints. I think he's a high energy guy, and I think the rebounding numbers are promising for his size, and the shooting numbers are promising as well. Honestly, 35% from 3. I think maybe we can get some improvement there eventually, but even where it's at is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, he's starting to look like a Gary Payton with the defensive ability of Covington. Maybe not as smart, but the defensive ability as Covington, and that's kind of what the mold he's fitting into. He can guard 1, 2 through 5. It's pretty amazing to see. Just that, like I said, 6'7", going up there with these 7-footers, getting all these rebounds, like playing center last year. That was the most impressive part. I won't get over it, but very good offensive rebounder, about 3.6 a game in the last 5. Once he's had actually these minutes. It's super great guy, active defender. A guy you love to watch play. It's humbling to be like, this guy deserves that. Undrafted players, they're really all of them are dogs that made it this far, at least.
A guy who works that hard to get 3.5 offensive rebounds, that he's going to be endearing to his teammates all the time because he's getting them extra opportunities. He's getting their team extra points.
Yeah.
That's a win-win for everybody. High energy guy. How can you not love to have a guy like that on your team?
Yeah, and I mean the efficiency it's all right. I mean 43 from the field is the main huge part. Yeah.
Played, I'm fine with it.
No, yeah. So going forward, I think it's fine. Can he be a scoring option though? Like, I mean, when you are entering a rebuild, you want to look at your players and be like, who can turn out to be a scoring option, who can't. Like, obviously Halliburton can be a scoring option. He's going to be a primary playmaker. But can you look at Brissett and be like, can this guy be a third, maybe a bench scoring piece? I think
I see him like a solid glue guy. Definitely, I mean, can get you enough points and be counted on for at minimum like a 13 and 6. Like, it seems like he's more than capable of that.
Yeah, I'd probably say 13 and 8 more consistently, but 13 is a good number. I don't think he can be a scoring option, but I think he can. Like, very much reminiscent of OG Anunoby on the role he had with the Raptors, where he's just scores when they need to, post up in the corner, defend anyone.
Valuable.
Yeah,
I mean, those skills will still get you paid in this league. So.
I mean, that's one of the most valuable positions. If you're not a superstar, then that's like the second bet, in my opinion, second most valuable.
At the 3, be efficient and be a good defender, continue to get the offensive rebounds, and he'll have a spot in this league for a long time.
Yeah, I'd like to see him try more shooting. I mean, he's shooting league average off 3, so you'd like to, and he's only 63 from the free throw line. So it doesn't really trend in the right where he would be a really good shooter, but I'd still like to see those attempts get up a little more. I'd like to, if he keeps at 35, maybe add 1 more 3-pointer a game. So like take 3 more threes a game. I think he would be fine. I think that's perfect for his role, and I think that's what he needs. But the active defender is really nice to see. Like, it's really nice to see that he has the ability to do both at this early on in his career, and on this stage that the Pacers are in, just entering a rebuild where you already have a two-way piece. 2 of them really in Halliburton, and I think that's a really nice start for the Pacers.
Yeah, I mean, you're seeing with the Suns having a guy like Michael Bridges, like why that is so valuable.
And Aiden. Yeah,
it brings out, helps the other guys around you as well. He's a great teammate, great rebounder, and that's going to always help out your team. So,
definitely a really nice surprise in this league. I mean, he's not a guy everyone talks about, I mean, right now, obviously, everyone's pushing for the playoff race, but it's still worth it to mention guys like this. I mean, these guys.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you can find a gem undrafted, that is something to celebrate, in my opinion. So I think it's great. We're seeing more and more great undrafted players.
Yeah, I really like it. But
Yo, it's Alec here with Strictly Ball Business. Make sure to subscribe and view our next video that pops up in your queue.